right, Flakko.
Yo.
Man.
We finally made it happen, man.
Finally made it happen. That's what's up, man. We're right here at the No Jumper Studio.
Yeah, man. Our playground.
Yes, man. It's
dope, right?
dope spots you guys got here. You know what I'm saying? A lot of areas and everything. Making all the shit happen.
Nah, definitely. Like, we're moving soon also.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Yeah, I think I've seen Adam talk about it before, that you guys got a nice big new spot coming up.
Yeah, bro. It's going to be probably 5 times the size. It's going to be crazy.
Damn.
I
That's
know.
what's up.
Yeah, man. Adam, stepping it up.
Yeah, good shit, man. Well, I thought we would, kind of start off just getting to know you a little bit better. Your story. I don't think your story is really out there too much.
No.
You've been, with No Jumper now for a little bit, not too long. Making some noise over there, creating some headlines and everything. But
being the world-class athlete that I am.
there it is.
Whooping them out here, man.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, man, bro, like that race, you seen it, right?
Which race?
So, it was me and
okay.
and Gina Views.
Yep.
Man, bro, I'm talking about whooped. Bro, listen, folks was like, yo, how can Flakko be 300 pounds, which I don't know how people know I'm 300 pounds. You feel me? But, hey, bro, I ain't never, weighed myself, though, right? But, yo, we had a race outside of here, burnt her, bro.
Uh-oh.
Crazy. I'm talking about, bro, I burnt her about, what, 4 yards? Crazy.
So, for the record,
yes, her.
Gina's right over here,
yes.
not too happy about what you're saying about her.
Yo, listen, man, because in his office, they kind of, underestimated me because I'm, kind of, bigger, right? But they don't know. This is, my first, I'll say, I started gaining weight probably towards the end of the pandemic, and I really never got, super big, probably until, 6 months ago, right? And so I've been an athlete all my life. So when they're seeing me now, destroying the office, I just beat the other kid, out there called Basa in, basketball 101. So now they're seeing me out here, dominating in physical activities, and they're like, holy fuck, man. So, so me and AD is racing tonight, and then I'm playing, the rest of the office in basketball soon.
Okay, so it gets real competitive around here.
Man, crazy competitive, man. But honestly though, is it really a competition if one person is dominating everybody?
Oh man,
right? Right? Is it really a competing if I'm just out here creaming everybody? Is it really competing, or is it just me? Just giving people a chance to compete or play?
This is pretty confident over here.
Yeah, man,
All right, well, where'd you grow up at?
Yeah, man, so I was born in Liberia, right? So I was actually born during the war. My mom told me the craziest story, right? So she was when you were born, it was in the, I'm talking about the heat of the war, right? And we had to travel. So she told me the story of she held me in her arms, walking over a bridge to get to the refuge spot, and they was out here ducking gunshots while walking with me. So I'm damn, bro, yo, if I'm a kid, first off, man, shout out to my mom, right? Because as a parent, I can't even imagine thinking this new person who I just gave birth to, who I barely know. I can even imagine thinking yo, I'm gonna have to look after this kid and during the war. Just knowing my character, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna abandon my kid now, but you feel me, right? But it'll get tricky, right? But the fact that she was just bro, walking with me, grinding with me, right? So I was born during the war in Liberia. So I was born 1997, right? During the war. So about, I think it's about 1999-ish, right? My dad won this thing called DV. So what a DV is, it's kind of a lottery, right? Where people get to come to America. So, right, yeah, so my dad won a lottery in 1999 and then came to America. So when he came, his whole goal was to, I'm gonna graduate college, except for my kids. So he graduated from Whitener University, probably in 2002, and then moved, and then he filed for me to come here. So, I stayed in Philly probably briefly, a few months or so, and then we moved to North Dakota.
How old were you?
Like I think 2002, I was like 3 or 4. 4 probably, yeah.
North Dakota. Okay, like, was there a city or was it like?
Fargo, North Dakota.
What is it?
Fargo, North Dakota.
Okay.
Yeah, right. It's kind of like it's like the main city in like North Dakota, right? So like, you know, like when people like think about like North Dakota, they think about like the rural area, you know, a bunch of snow bunnies. You feel me? Like the oil boom, right? So we were like 6 hours away from like the oil boom city. That's where like pretty much damn near like every like guy from Chicago is like moving to like Williston now, right? You know, because you know it's like a big like oil boom, and they're paying like $40 an hour, right? So we live like 7 hours away from that, right? So we were in like a city, you know. So like I kind of got like the feel of a bigger city, kind of, but you know it was still kind of like the small town thing going on. So I kind of got like a like a mixture of both.
Okay, and you lived there your whole life, growing up and everything. After that,
Yeah.
You went to, what was high school like for you there?
Bro, like high school was crazy, right? Because like in high school, like it's kind of weird, right? Because like in high school, like I was like a kid where like teachers hated me, right? But like I've never seen like anybody, right? Where teachers and the kids hated you, right? Look, right? So like for example, like when teachers hate you, right? It means like you're like the cool, funny kid, right? You know, like little bad kid, right? That even, you know, like teachers hate, right? So for the teachers to hate you, and then for the kids to think you were also like a dweeb and a nerd, that's kind of crazy, right? Because you would think like the nerd would be like the teacher's friend. So high school was rough, man, right? You know, where like, you know, like the kids hated me, that you know, like the staff hated me, right? But like more so like if the hate came from me just like having like a higher sense of like confidence, all right? So like I like was like that kid who like, you know, like I excelled in school, you know, like I took my studies like real seriously. But like they just hated me because I was just like, you know, just like super cocky, arrogant kid, you know, who just thought I was better than like everybody, man. But you know, eventually, life humbled me, man.
You played sports?
Yeah, tennis.
Tennis. Okay.
Yeah, man. You know, on first singles, bro, I was killing it.
Okay, and that was the only sport you played?
Yeah, man. Right. So I played tennis. Like I tried out football, but I never made it like past like the summer training. Right. So like in the summer. Yo, bro, like you gotta wake up at like 6 a.m., go to the football field and practice from like, bro, like it was so freaking insane. Like, bro, I couldn't even imagine it, right? So like it was like 2 sessions. It was from like 9 to like 1, and then you come back from like 3 to 6. So I tried it out for probably like 1 year and said F this, yo, which kind of like. I kind of wish I stuck to it, right? Because I was kind of like built for football. You feel me? Like, you know, I was like 5'7", 8-ish, right? And like in high school, about like 180, 190. You feel me, right? You know, big, like short, stocky kid, but fast. You know, so I kind of wish I stuck with football, but nah. I mean, you know, like tennis was like my home, game.
Okay, and how many brothers and sisters do you have?
Yo, my dad. All right, so. I only lived with like 4 of them, right? So it was me, D, David, Alvin, and then Kev. So it was only I only lived with 4. But my father has about 10 kids with 9 women, right? So I'm my mom's only child, right? So I'm her only child. But I still have like 9 siblings. But I really only like lived and have like a tight relationship with like 4 of them.
How did hip hop come into your life?
Yeah, man. So I feel like hip hop. I feel like every like foreigner like has like the same like cliche story, right? Of like hip hop like taught me English, right? Kind of. But like we actually spoke like a broken form of English back in Liberia. So when I came here, I had to kind of like adapt and learn like the new like the culture, right? The slang, what's cool to wear, and like hip hop kind of like taught me, right? So like really early on, like I'll be real, I can't even like break down like exactly like what like what got me like like deep into hip hop. But I would say like really early on, probably at the age of like 6 or 7 years old, I got like super into like Nelly. And then like I like really discovered hip hop, like meaning like this is like the guy where it's like like he really like brought me into hip hop and said this bro like it's for you. It's probably like I'll say Drake in 2009 because at that time I was like in like middle school, right? And just the ushering of Drake into hip hop, man, like him singing, man, rap and just being like just mad vulnerable and also too like not being like a super thug, right? That kind of like brought me into hip hop and like Drake kind of like made me love hip hop,
Okay.
Yeah, man. Yo, I got to say it too, right? Well, first off, like my, the hair, you feel me? Right? Okay. But like also too, right? Yo, like so, like even in like high school, right? Like we all had the same saying, right? Called Drizzy Me Dotty, right? Like pretty much saying, like Drake is my, like my father, So yeah, bro, it was some huge OVO stand shit going on in high school, man.
How'd you get your name?
Yo, so Poetik Flakko, all right, man. So
is it Flakko or Poetik Flakko?
It's like Poetik Flakko.
Okay.
Right, so like at that time, like A$AP Rocky was coming in and like ushering in like a new style, right? So I'm not sure if you guys like went through like the high school style where like wearing like the Sperry's and like the dress up shirts and like chinos, like that was kind of like the wave, right? Like being more so like high fashion, wearing like this, like skinny jeans, the skirts, et cetera, et cetera. So A$AP Rocky kind of like ushered in like a different generation. So when A$AP Rocky came in, he started like calling himself Pretty Boy Flakko, like the prettiest dark skinned nigga, right? So again, I think highly of like myself, right? Like I also think I'm probably like the, like the prettiest dark skinned nigga that I know. So I just took the name of like Flakko from like A$AP Rocky and add Poetik because at that time my like rap name was like Poetic Genius and like Lyrical Genius, right? So as I got into like the YouTube, that kind of like just like stuck with me, right? So like the Flakko name I had like since like A$AP Rocky, right? When I was like 14 years old. But then once I started YouTube, I kind of like combined my like rap name of like Poetic Genius with my, like name, Flakko.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up. So how did you get into doing the whole YouTube and what made you passionate about wanting to, be in the hip hop space and, being a voice and everything?
Yeah, man. So like I started YouTube, I would say at the end of 2020, so December-ish, right? So like how it kind of started was like my goal was to kind of like make a YouTube channel and like expose like the pro-black guys, right? Like the boys Watkins, Brother Polite, Umar Johnson. Well, I was actually defending Umar Johnson, but like, guys like that, right? So I started off like trying to like, kind of like call out the scammers like I'm Jay Morrison, et cetera, et cetera. So when I started doing that, it kind of like led from like, like you're calling out the scammers to now like my audience just wanted me to like talk about, like Umar Johnson, right? So like when I'll do like a video about, let's say like Jay Morrison, I'll get about like 500 views, but then Umar Johnson took me like 5,000 views, right? So eventually like it went from me talking about like the scammers in the black community to me just talking about Umar Johnson. But then once I just started talking about Umar Johnson like exclusively, that led me into like a community by accident, right? So there's currently there's like a community, right, where like is of content creators and all they do is make videos either exposing Umar Johnson or like defending him. So I started off kind of like defending Umar Johnson from like the accusations of him being a scammer, et cetera, et cetera. So once I got into that, man, like I'm talking about like, yo, bro, it got rough for me, right? Cause like there like were folks trying to like, like dox me, slander me, call my job, right? So like at that time, like when like I got into it, I really wasn't friends with any other like content creators. And like there like was this guy called Couch Potato, right? And Couch Potato kind of said, yo, like, cause like he was also like I'm defending Umar Johnson as well. So like Couch Potato said, bro, yo, it's gonna be me and you, ride or die, going at it with all these like other like freaks and weirdos like who were like, like trying to like attack Umar Johnson. So then once like Couch Potato, kind of like took me like under his wings, bro, I started going hard at it, bro. I'm talking about like dropping a video like every day, following Umar Johnson's every move, right? So then after about like 6 months of doing that, I realized that it was time to go. Once a weirdo hired a girl, and like, so he hired a girl and like had a girl like pretend to be like my like ex-girlfriend, right? And so like first off, like she started like capping and saying like I moved her to Minneapolis, Minnesota, which was capped because I never like lived there, right? So he hired this girl to say, yo, I'm the ex-girlfriend of like Poetik Flakko, and like we broke up because he scammed me, like he stole like my money, my credit cards, and then also too, I found him having a fucking orgy with like 4 guys, right? And so like once I realized that people were willing to go that far over Umar Johnson, I said, yeah, I'm not making, I want no smoke, right? So then I left talking about Umar Johnson and started talking about hip hop. Now, I always wanted to like do hip hop, right? Cause like at that time, like guys like Diamonds Live, Akademiks, they were like the staple in hip hop commentary. And they kind of just left. So like there was just like this like huge void that was left. And like at that time, I kind of felt like, damn, bro, like there's nobody else that I enjoy listening to like Akademiks Live, right? Like that void is there, and there's nobody else, right? There's like no other blogger who is actually doing like a great job at this shit. So I kind of said, like, yo, bro, like if Ak not coming back, if Diamonds Live not coming back, and there's nobody else who's trying to like fill that space, it's my job now to come in, like install like the, real blog, real like entertaining shit, So that's how I got into like the hip hop.
You also had some Kevin Samuels.
Oh yeah.
What happened with Kevin Samuels?
Yeah, right. So, all right, man. So first off, I love Kevin Samuels. I love The Godfather, you feel me? Rest in peace to The Godfather, Kevin Samuels. So that was about like, I would say like 2 months into me saying, yo, like fuck the Umar Johnson shit, I'm gonna do hip hop. But then like folks from like my old community say, yo, bro, Flakko, this Kevin Samuels guy, something is up, right? He's saying that he like, going to college, he graduated with this degree, et cetera, et cetera. So at that time, like people like knew me as the guy who was super great at finding people like information, degrees, family, et cetera, right? So I was just like super great at doing like journalistic work. So then they say, yo, Flakko, this Kevin Samuels guy is saying that he like went to college and graduated like with like a high-ranking degree in sciences, right? So then I said, okay, cool, I'll put it out, right? So I researched it. So I went through like Clearinghouse. So like at that time, right, Clearinghouse, like you like had to be either in like organization to actually like get somebody like information. So I finagled and finessed my way into like the whole National Clearinghouse shit, right? So then, I found the information of, yo, okay, so Kevin Samuels did go like to like this college. He was enrolled and he did go to school for about like 4 years, but he never got a degree. So like once I like posted up, that shit like just bro, like it took off. And then like within a week, I found out that The Godfather blocked me on Instagram. So that was kind of like, damn, bro. But hey, fuck it though, right? Like it's like I'll feel bad if I lied or like put out like false information. But if the research is there and all my information was like truthful, then like I gotta live, like by him like blocking me or saying, like he don't fuck with me.
Is he the only one to ever block you?
Man, like Jay Morrison blocked me. Umar Johnson blocked me too. Kevin Samuels, bro, like a bunch of chicks, man, like girls like Bridget Kelly. And
why'd they all block you?
Because I made videos exposing them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right. So like I kind of like gathered like a reputation of, yo, like this guy knows how to find information. He knows how to seek things out. So like come to him, right? So like when my audience say, yo, bro, can you like expose N.J. Morrison, right? I found videos of like some, like NFL players saying he gave Jay Morrison $250K like for like school like uniform starter business, and Jay Morrison like ran off with it, right? So like I'll just expose damn near like everybody, and then eventually like like this is all say yo like fuck this guy and block me. Yeah, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, bro.
And now, do you feel bad exposing them, or?
I would, let's say this though, right? Like the only person I probably do feel bad for is Kevin Samuels, right? Because like Kevin Samuels did more good than bad, right? And his message was so important that me playing out like anything that could like take away from like the effectiveness of like his message, I feel kind of bad doing that,
Okay.
Yeah, man. But everybody else, nah, man, fuck him.
Weren't you defending Umar?
Yes.
At one point, and
Yes.
then he still ended up blocking you?
Yeah, right. Because Umar Johnson, like, and told somebody, right, yo, like, I don't want no wishy-washy supporters. You feel me? It's either you rock with me 1,000%, or you are against me, right? So, I think Umar Johnson said something like, yo, I'm launching on this day, right? And then like that like time period came and like he never launched. I said, bruh, like, yo, like you had these folks money now for about like 4 years or so, you feel me? You promised to open up the school. The time period that like you like kept giving, you kept pushing it back. It kind of felt like a mismanaged, like type scam thing, right? But I was not willing to call him a scammer just yet, right? And then he really started like say, yo, F this guy Flakko, and like hating me because there was a homeless guy called Don, right? So Don came and said, yo, Flakko. And he told I'm Cops Potato, right? Saying, yo, listen, man, like, I work for Umar Johnson at like his school. And in exchange, and he will let me stay in his school. Eventually, I started doing like a bunch of work for him, and he promised to pay me. So like I did like a month of work, and like he now like owes me like a 5K, but yo, like he's not trying to give me like my money, and he just fired me for asking about my 5K, right? So like once he told Cops Potato that, Cops Potato did like a panel saying, yo, let's sit here and like talk about Don and Don's money. So I said, damn, bro, like I love Umar, yo, but yo, like I have morals and principles, bro. Like I can't side with Umar. And then I said, yo, like Umar Johnson is wrong for this. And once those words got uttered by me, man, Umar said, fuck me, and then blocked me.
Damn.
Yeah,
Okay. Man. Either with him or against him.
Yeah,
no
man.
in between, no criticism. Okay. Mm-hmm. So you mentioned Akademiks.
Yes.
You get compared to Akademiks a lot.
A lot, man.
How do you feel about that?
It's like, okay, so like first off, right, like I feel like it's inaccurate though, right? Like again, like first off, like I love Akademiks, right? I've been at Chat Niggas since like 2012, right? Like right, so like I've been in like Akademiks like chat rooms since like 2012. I love Akademiks. But if I were to say, yo, like, who do I sound the most like? It's like Diamonds Live, right? Like, in terms of like the voice, the cadence, et cetera, it's Diamonds Live. Now, I watch Akademiks more. I love Akademiks, right? But like my voice and cadence sounds more like Diamonds Live, right? But it's just natural, meaning like I'm not trying to like sound like nobody, right? I'm just speaking, and like because I speak the way I do, folks just automatically say, "Yo, like you and Ak got the same stutter, et cetera. You guys like sound like right now." That's like fine and dandy, but where like I kind of get like insulted is like when it goes from, "Oh, y'all sounding like," to "Yo, like you trying to copy Akademiks and you're dick rotting," because I've never like sat down before, bro, and like look up and say, yo, God, can you please let me sound like Akademiks, right? Nah, bro, yo, like, I just talk, and then it comes off as act, and then also too, right, like we have, you know, like similar stances, right, of yo, like, I'm not a tough guy, I'm not a gangbanger, right? I'm just a civilian who's making noise about hip hop, right? So I kind of give like my opinion about the streets from my like bird eye view of yo, like, bro, like I've never been there, but like here's how I view it, and it's similar to what Akademiks did with the war in Iraq. So that's where like the comparison come in. But nah, man, like I ain't never, you know, like told myself I'm gonna sound like Ak.
You never studied Akademiks or anything like that?
You here, right? So like watching Akademiks for damn near like 10 years now.
Okay, so you figure you just picked up on it naturally.
Yo, like it was funny though, right? So like my little like catchphrase here is okay, cool, perfect. Right? Like bro, they come for that shit, right? So I was watching like a video with Akademiks and Adam. And Adam was talking to Ak about me, right? And he was like, yo, man, y'all at the same cadence, et cetera, et cetera. And Ak was like, cool, perfect. So I'm like, holy fuck, like, is that where I get it from? Just for me, just like watching him for like so long? Is it just me just picking up things like without me even like knowing, right? So, yeah, man, like I never like studied acting sound like him, you know. I just watched him for so long, I guess, you know.
So Akademiks had some good things and bad things to say about you?
Yeah, right. So, well, it's not even like bad things, right? It's just more so like advice, right? So Ak did like a video about like a few days ago, right? And like he did a video and like posted about like 5 days ago. And in the video, he's like talking about how like the fans will like try to like compare us, right? So like in his chat, will call me like the fat auntie at like No Jumper. Yo, Ak, yo, bruh, get your son at No Jumper. This nigga copying you, dog. Get that nigga, right? So after a while, Ak seen it, bruh, and was like, all right, bruh, let me just speak on this now. So he just said, bruh, that nigga is my son, right? He's a fucking employee. At some point, like, y'all gotta put some respect on Big Ak and stop comparing him to a fucking employee, right? Which I kind of understand, right? Yo, listen, man, bro, now, like, I got, like, 50,000, like, subscribers on like, YouTube, right? I'm now, like, a pundit for, like, No Jumper. I think it's too early for, like, folks to start saying, yo, Ak, like, that's your peer, right? So I kind of understand, like, Ak saying, yo, bro, like, yo, like, he's a fucking employee. I feel like the emphasis of Ak saying it came off as harsh, but hey, man, yo, listen, man, you know, in 12 months, you know, when like this show take off, you know, hopefully, you know, Ak sees me as a peer then, but you know, hey, I don't care, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you're coming up quick.
Quick?
So how did you meet Adam and how did all that come into?
Yo, like how I met Adam, it's kind of like, yo, it's kind of like the stars aligning, right? So, at that time, right, I think some like old tweets like resurfaced, right, about Adam, right? So like the world didn't care about it, but like some like Clubhouse niggas like, yo, Wack, bro, Adam said this, blah, blah, right? So then Wack was like, I'm gonna bring Adam to Clubhouse and he's gonna speak on this, right? So Adam came like into, you know, like the Clubhouse room, right? I believe it was like it was either like Trolls Nation, I think, right? Yeah, like it was like Trolls Nation. So Adam came into Trolls Nation and was like, yeah, you know, and you know, like, and I'm here. So obviously, it went from like the Wack conversation of, yo, Wack, bro, bring that nigga in here, bro. We got right to like, yo, Adam, we fucking love you, dog. So right, so like, these niggas went from like asking like Wack to press Adam, like to now they fucking like love Adam, right? So it was a great, healthy, you know, conversation. And then afterwards, a bunch of like thirsty scoundrels, bro, was like asking Adam, yo, bro, Adam, man, how can I work for No Jumper, bro, right? So Adam like, yo, listen, man, yo, like we are expanding. I need more hosts. So if you feel like you're great on camera, definitely hit me up. So at that time, I didn't know if Adam was bullshitting or being real. I said, yo, Adam, you know, I'm Poetik Flakko. Here's, you know, like, and like here's my like sub count. You feel me? Yo, he actually like responded back like fast as fuck, like probably in like 5 minutes, right? And said, bro, and he just wrote, like HMMM. I'm like, bro, like what the fuck, bro? Like what kind of response is right? So then I said, yo, listen up, man, yo, you know, I'm like mad consistent. I'm on it. I drop 4 or 5 times a day. Fuck with me, right? So then, and he asked like, where are you from? I said North Dakota, and he just like stopped responding back, right? And right, like he just like just ghosted me. So right, like so then probably like 30 days later, right, like my channel grew by like I'm talking about just like triple the size, right? So then I said, yo, listen up, man, yo, listen, man, yo. I've been grinding at him. I grew by this much, bro. Fuck with me, right? So he said, all right, I'm going to give you an audition. You going to come here April 1st, all right? You're going to do the news with me, a show with me, and we're going to see how the fans fuck with you. So my first episode here, bruh, I came in like with like the fucking like the booty shorts, you feel me? Like the short, right? Like the short, like pink salmon, right?
Yeah.
Yo, and Laura told me, hey, yo, listen, like, you're about to be on camera. Now, she probably knew how fucking toxic, like, the fans were, right? You might want to go home and change, right? Hey, I didn't say you have to, but you probably should, right? So then I went home, put on jeans, and came back, and obviously, you know, like, the first thing like Adam did was to like, yo, like you were just here with some like, you know, with some like pink booty shorts, right? So after like the fucking like, you know, like the first show, bro, the fans hated my guts. But I'm talking about, bro, it was all, who is this dweeb? Fire him, fire him, fire him, fire him, fire him, right? So I'm thinking, fuck, yo, this is like my fucking audition, bro. Like, yo, like I'm here for 4 days. This is my audition. Like these niggas don't fuck with me. I'm toasted, like I'm done. So I did like the Adam show on Tuesday. Fans were still hating my guts and shit. So then on Wednesday, AD came in, you know, say, yo, hey, but you're cool, right? So then during AD show, right? I was in the back just chilling. Again, shorts on, a hoodie, sandal, no socks. But again, I'm not expecting to be on camera, right? So then AD called me and said, yo, come here. So then I came and on camera with shorts on, no socks, some dusty sandals, toes out, and that was when like, you know, a fucking star was like born, right? So when they like brought me on to like just like talking shit, T-Ross said, well, hold up now, bro, pause. What are you wearing? And then the camera like went to like my fucking like scoundrel toes, right? Like ashy as fuck, knees is ashy as shit too. And then the fucking meme pages just fucking exploded with it, right? So you know, then I think AD like kind of like say, yo, let's go to my crib. So I'm not sure if AD just did it or if Adam told him to, right? But he said, yo, bro, let's go to my crib. So like we like went for like the after show live stream at like AD house, and then like that's when he like asked me, yo, like, do you have a girlfriend? And then I said the infamous line of, yes, we've been dating for like 3 years. He asked about the cheeks. I said, we're not having sex. And then from that point on, man, it's been like, yo, how much money have you spent on her over the last like 3 years? About like, well, so I just got on, right? So I spent about like $15,000 in the last like 6 months or so. So once I was honest about that kind of like exploded into like, yo, who is this simp, nerd, dweeb, out here financing a quote unquote virgin who's not fucking him? So then, yeah, right? So then like that stream kind of like saved like my entire like no jumper career, right? Because now it like went from like, yo, bro, like the fans fucking hate you because you're not like interesting. So yo, the fans love to hate you. And then that's when, you know, I got like signed on as a full-time guy, and now we're here.
Well, that's what's up, man.
Yeah, man.
That's it's quite a journey. So you basically just got hired because
Fans hated me.
because you're like the voice of opposition, I guess, or a different voice than everybody else.
Yeah,
Different opinion.
Yeah, right. Like kind of right, and like also too, man. Like I kind of like knew like what I was getting myself into, right? Because I'm like a like a normal guy, right? Like a nerd civilian-ish, right? So I knew that my like outlook of life was gonna be like just mad different from dudes who grew up and lived in like LA their whole life, right? So like even like and like here's how I like also too like I felt like I won over like the fans though, right? Because again, like me, right? Like my like Achilles heel is I'm always honest to a fault. Even in high school, I was cocky, honest, and folks just hated me. So when we were talking about like the Young Thug RICO case, and I gave my take on it saying, yo, bro, like, if he's guilty, then keep that Negro in for life. If he's innocent, free him. Which from my civilian thinking, I'm thinking, yo, we all want criminals to be in jail, right? Like, apparently that's not how a lot of people think, right? No, like, so once I said that, I became super polarized to where now like folks is like, yo, like, you either love, like, just fucking like, just love Flakko, or you hate Flakko for being against a certain type of people. Again, I'm just against the criminals. Gang members, I got no problem with, right? Like, cause again, like not all gang members are out here like harming people, right? So I have no issues with gang members. My issue is with the criminals who are actually harming innocent people.
But hip hop is really street for the most part.
Yeah.
Not all the way street, but I would at least 80-90% of hip hop is no?
Bruh. Yo, listen. If you
How much of hip hop do you think is street?
Like street
Who
passive
are the
or like
biggest
real
artists? The biggest artists right now. Okay, you got Drake, which who isn't, but you got Lil Baby, Da Baby, Dirk, all street dudes except Drake.
Right. But I have no issue with like the street dudes. I have issues with street criminals, right? Meaning like, yo, like Lil Durk, Lil Baby, like currently, they're not harming nobody yet, right?
But they come from a street background, so it's pretty hard to be in a gang and never commit a crime.
Yes. True, right? Yeah, true, right? Yeah, true. Like, but like my like stance is this, right? Like when I like hear like rap lyrics, right? But to me, it's like an author, like just penning a book, right? And until I find out, a la Young Thug, right, that these lyrics were actually true, like you were actually out here shooting at somebody's mama, right? Like you were actually like out here like spinning blocks for ops and putting hits on ops, right? Until I find out that they were actually true, I have to treat it as a book, as fiction, as a fiction movie, right? So like when I listen to like Lil Durk say, yo, I'm spinning blocks and killing ops, but to me, that's fiction. I can't hate him because yo, like he's just like an artist, a poet, right? Like who? Like who's like a guy, right? Like who like makes like real like gory like sci-fi movies.
Sci-fi movies?
Yeah, like the scary shit.
I don't know.
A scary movie guy, like who's like anybody, like
Is it
who?
Steven Spielberg? What's Steven Spielberg do?
Right. So I'm not gonna say yo fuck Steven Spielberg for creating a movie of a serial killer, right? No, because yo, it's all fiction. So if I'm giving,
You prefer your rappers to just rap about it and never have lived it.
Yeah.
Don't you feel like they are, being more authentic is more, you know what I'm saying, makes you more into the music and make you, okay, this dude's really like, he really been through it, really lived it?
I love great storytellers, right? I feel like the stupid ignorant niggas, right? Or like the ones who say, yo, bro, I want to feel the music if I know, yo, bro, Dirk is really out here spinning. Opposed to me saying, yo, listen, like, if he's spitting it with passion, with genuineness, right? If that nigga is a great Negro at telling stories, I'm good, right? But I feel like like it's all like it's the dumb niggas, right, bro? Like it's the pure, unadulterated, just ignorant fuck niggas, right? And who say, yo, I want for my rappers to really be doing crime, bro. If 80 to 90% of these niggas was actually doing crime, they will all be locked up. Listen, we seen but the real ignorant Negroes and who are really doing crime, like Pooh Shiesty, right? That nigga was really doing crime. That nigga was really ignorant nigga, and he got like booked within like 6 months of like being hot, right? So if we think that 80, 90% of these rappers was really out here like killing niggas and doing crime and rapping about it, these niggas will all be in jail, right? So I just want my niggas to be really great at telling stories. I have no type of like fetish or like hard on, right? Like to know that like these rappers was really out here, like doing crime. I don't care for it, Do
you find it hard to be a hip hop personality and, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of dudes are street, you know what I'm saying, in hip hop, but you kind of have this like opposing viewpoint that, if you're committing crimes, even if it's gang related and even if it's against other gang members, you still feel like they should go to jail.
Here, right? So like, even like on like mine, like First Monday show, right? I came out and said, yo, fuck the industry, fuck these rappers, you feel me, right? Yo, I'm for the people, right? So like my whole thing is, bro, like, I don't give a fuck, like what any rapper gotta say, right? Bro, like, look, right? Like, I could care less right now, right? If, let's say, like, Young Thug, yeah, I got it, right? If they're in jail, hearing, like, me saying, yo, like, these niggas, like, who rapped about doing crime, they actually did, allegedly. If they're mad that like, I'm saying, yo, that, like, if you do a crime, do your time, I could care less about rappers' feelings, though, right? Like, I came in, like, saying, yo, bro, like, I'm trying to be unbiased, unfiltered. Bro, like, I'm trying to be extra raw. I'm trying to, like, speak from, like, the fans and average man, like, their point of view, right? So, if my takes, being a great blogger, great journalist, if my honest takes is getting these rappers mad, fuck them. Bro, listen, like, the average, like, lifespan of a street rapper is like 2 or 3 years, right? Saying, yo, they come in like blazing hot, right? And they either get cold or these niggas go to jail, right? So like, right, like, like, so like even like the dudes like who are like super against me, these niggas like won't be here like long enough to be like staples in the culture for me to be like, and like worried, right? Because again, like, guys like Yeah Gotti and Young Thug, these niggas can't like blackball shit, you feel me?
Has anybody kind of hit you up and said anything about your opinions?
A lot, man. A lot of people, man, but like, it's just like Instagram threats, you feel me? Like, yo, bro, like, I'm coming to your crib tomorrow night, yo, bro, I can't wait to run into your kid, right? It's usually, like, it's like who I call like proficient, elite, professional dick riders, right? It's niggas who sit in their crib, right? Again, with the same dirty drawers on for like the last 30 days, right? They sit in their crib, the same dirty drawers, no ambition, eating up all the kids' fucking fruit snacks, stealing $60 from the baby mama's like fucking purse, right? Bro, like these niggas and who like hate Flakko or the musty niggas or like dirty niggas, right? And like their threats, bro, like I'm not concerned about like an ignorant nigga saying, yo, I'ma kill you. Because, like, how they reach me, right? Like, one.
People have actually wanted to kill you over, you just basically based off your opinions of wanting to see some rappers in jail?
Bruh. It's dudes who, one, don't have a car, One, right? Like, bro, right? Listen, it's the mustiest Negroes. One, don't have a car. Two, can't afford a fucking like a bus ticket, right? So, in what environment would Poetik Flakko and like these musty niggas be in like proximity? None, right? Right. So I ain't scared, man.
You don't hit the club or anything?
Bro, listen, man. It's from No Jumper, home, or to the studio. You feel me? Like bro. I don't hang out with these. Again, man, I have a real strict policy, right? I don't hang with niggas after 5 p.m. Right? Meaning, like, I'm here, I'm going home, right? I ain't going to no club after 5 p.m. I ain't going to, like, a gas station after 5 p.m., right? I ain't going to no parties after 5 p.m. I'm going straight home.
How come? Is that just for safety reasons, or you just don't like to party like that?
No. Yo, listen, right? Because, again, like, after 5 to 8 p.m., right? Why would I go to a club where it's nothing but niggas with testosterones? They're paranoid, right? Because they've been shiesty and crafty their entire lives that they done like scoundreled up like 20 ops, right? So they're going out on edge, filled with testosterone, right? Just super paranoid. Now, I'm going out and hanging out with those niggas for 2-3 hours in heat? Man, fuck no, bruh. No chance.
All right, back to the Young Thug thing, bro. So you got Gunna, who really didn't do anything wrong.
Yes.
Like, he was just around some guns and drugs when they got busted. And, his only crime really is just being from the gang.
Yes.
How do you feel about that?
Right, so I told niggas, right, like, yo, like, the only person that I would probably feel like a bit of fucking like an empathy for is Gunna, right? Cause yo, like Young Thug, bro, yo, they say, yo, and he did this date, and he ordered this hit on this, bro, that nigga is fucked, like, he is fucked. But Gunna, he's not really like linked or attached to anything, right? So in his case, yo, listen, like, if he can prove that he never joined a gang, bro, free him, right? But again, they're saying that Gunna was second in demand, that he was a head honcho, right? That like his funds were being used to fund the gang. So if he is guilty of those things, keep him. However, if he's innocent, free him.
Okay. How would you feel like if Young Thug got free? Like, say if he just beats everything.
Yo, listen, man, bro. If he beats it, hey, man, right? Because yo, listen, like, it's the same principle, right? Applies to O.J. Simpson, right? I don't care how guilty, right? You think O.J. is. If that man went to court, got found not guilty, he's an innocent man, right? So if Young Thug just so happens, by the grace of God, like a 1% chance he actually beats his case, yo, welcome home, Young Thug, right? But I think that's very, 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 very unlikely, man, after seeing like all those charges, man.
I mean, they got a lot of evidence. I don't know if they have. I don't think anybody's cooperated quite yet.
Oh, what? Yeah, of course. Yo, listen, bruh. Those niggas listen up, bruh. Like, they done found super snitches. I'm talking about super snitches, right? Bruh, them niggas say, yo, listen, man, I'm a gang member. Bruh, they said they were terrified of Young Thug, that Young Thug will kill their mamas. Bruh, these niggas is like testifying not only as character witnesses to say, yo, he's like a savage, they're also committing, like, listening to crimes, what happened this day. Oh, trust me, bro. They got some real super niggas as, like, informants. It's over for Young Thug, right? And now Gunna, he to me has like the best chance of like coming out in like 5 years or so. If he rats though.
If he rats, I don't think Gunna's gonna cooperate.
You sure?
I'm gonna stick to it, man.
You sure?
I think Gunna's gonna stay solid.
Bro, listen up, bro. First off, Gunna already told once, right? There was a video that dropped of Crime Stoppers. So Gunna's cousin went down for a crime that Gunna said he didn't commit. Gunna was on them folks' TV, on them white folks' television series, man, saying this Negro here and in the red, he did this, my cousin got framed, he did this on this date. So if Gunna was out here spilling and telling with precise accuracy for a case that had nothing to do with him, he wasn't on trial. His cousin was, right? If Gunna was telling with that precise accuracy, right? Again, bro, them boys ain't even offer Gunna no Italian beef and Pepsi, bro, right? They offer him no fruit punch, no nothing, bro. Gunna was out here telling with precise accuracy for a case that had nothing to do with him. Can you imagine Gunna right now being, bro, you facing 100 years, life in prison. And you think that Gunna, who already told when it was a case that had nothing to do with him, that he's going to hold it down now for what?
Seems like if he was gonna snitch, he would have already did it.
Nah, come on. Listen up, man. You come in, you feel me, right? Play hardball, have him off for probably 5 years in prison. Right, listen, right, bruh. If he start telling right now, and that prosecutor is talking about, I want for them all to do life, nah, bruh. Listen, and he gotta come in, play the hard ball, you feel me, right? Get broken down, and trust me, bro, within 6 months, Gunna gonna tell.
That's your prediction.
Facts, of course.
Okay. How do you feel about Charleston White? Because let me say, when I first seen the headlines about you, that was the first thing I thought of. Was okay, because Charleston White is always, he kind of wants to see people locked up.
Yeah. Right, so, okay, so we're I kind of hop off Charleston, for example, right? So and his message in terms of, bro, there's this specific group of people in our community as African Americans, though, right? We are out here worshiping this particular group of people. And this group right here are responsible for 75% of the crime going on in our communities. So fuck them. That message, I can applaud and say, cool. But where I fall off the Charleston White bandwagon is when he is going out of his way to instigate, right? Engage these people with the intention of calling the police, right? He even says, listen, I can't wait to send a gang member like you to jail, right? So when he is out here going into these interactions and instigating and taunting gang members, right? Trying to get them locked up, that's where I fall off, right? Because listen up.
That's kind of what he did to King Yella recently, right? He called his daughter ugly. And he kind of said some other things that I'm not even going to repeat about his daughter.
Yeah, of course.
And then King Yella hopped on, I don't know if his YouTube channel, but he hopped on video.
Yeah.
And was like, when I heard you coming to Vegas, and I'm basically going to get at you when I see you.
Yeah. And
so Charleston White calls his parole officer, tries to get in touch with his parole officer.
Right. Here, so again, that right there was obviously wrong, right? Because again, man, if you're saying that this dude daughter is this word and that word and that word, bro, stand on that, right? So he's going into it looking to trick these gang members and get them locked up. However, right, we cannot excuse stupidity. King Yella knew beforehand that Charleston White was prone to calling the police, right? Charleston White has given them way too many examples of him instigating and calling the police afterwards, right? So if a nigga like King Yella sees Charleston White and his history of calling the police, and he's still scrunching up his lips to threaten Charleston White on camera, I can't feel no pity for a dude like King Yella, man. Not one.
Charleston White says a lot of things about a lot of people. Even a lot of inaccurate things about people. And so I feel like he's like a little sensitive for all the chaos because he causes so much chaos that it's like, you know what I'm saying? Someone says they're going to smack you and you go calling their parole officer.
Here, right? So the question is though, right? So who do you think that like gives like Charleston White his power? Who?
All the people that pay attention to him.
Exactly. And like those are like, for example, right? Civilians, you know, like we find him funny, but like we're not out here like watching and like all of his shit, right? It's the street niggas who are opposing him or folks who are opposing his like ideology. They're the ones who are like giving him clout, right? Right? Like, so like if guys are seeing, yo, like this guy right here, he's clearly, now I don't, again, and he has said, yo, like he's an agent, he's a police. I don't know for sure if like he's an agent. But if Charleston White has been very clear of his job is to get as much as you niggas like in jail, if he's been open with that, why do you think that like guys like King Yella are still engaging with him? And also too, bro, like what comes to mind for these guys, right? To where they can like pick up a phone and look in the camera and open up the lips and like make a threat while being on probation. How stupid do you have to be, right? So like, I don't even like blame Charleston White, right? Because again, man, bro, like there will always be an agent of chaos in every industry, right? There will always be but that one Negro who's is just there to cause havoc, cause chaos, and fuck shit up. But if you notice and you allow it, then at some point we you know like take the blame off Charleston White and like redirect it back to niggas like King Yella who are engaging with him on a fucking street level.
Charleston White will also get mad at people for calling him a snitch.
Oh really?
Yes.
Damn.
That's the crazy part about it, right? Because he's always defending himself. He's always saying, "Well, there's no paperwork on me snitching."
Well, like also too though, like, right? So like, I think Wack 100 like said it right. So like Wack 100 said, "Yo, like
Wack 100 destroyed Charleston White." At least I thought so.
Yes, right. So well, yeah, right. So I think right like the Wack 100 and Charleston like White shit, right? I think Charleston White like was on like Clubhouse saying how like he was like gonna like you know how he used to rape like white bitches, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So if somebody can say that openly, they're obviously a madman. Now, in terms of snitching, Wack 100 say, yo, listen, like civilians can't snitch. Meaning like, yo, bro, like if that man ain't no street nigga, if he wasn't like put on, right? If he was just like friends with a bunch of like gang members and street dudes, right? And like y'all did something together, yo, bro, like he's not no gangster, right? Like he's yo, like if that man is a civilian still, right? Meaning like if he never got like jumped into a gang, got put on, if he's just like a normal guy who's just hanging around and some shit go down and they tell, that's not a snitch, right? So back to Charleston White.
Hold on. Let me stop you because I definitely disagree. And let me tell you why. Mm-hmm. If you're hanging around gangsters, mm-hmm. you're hanging around street dudes, you're hanging around criminals, mm-hmm. and some shit happens, mm-hmm. I feel like you can't just be like, oh, now I'm a civilian. You know what I'm saying? Like you knew you shouldn't be hanging around gangsters if you don't want to abide by some sort of street code. That's just my opinion, man. So, you know.
So, question, right? So, okay, so like what's my job and duty as a civilian?
To live a normal life like a civilian. So if you live in a normal life, mm-hmm. you going to work, you're not involved in any criminal activity, you're mm-hmm. not hanging around criminals, that's cool. That's a civilian. Mm-hmm. But if you're like this civilian, but you're still like trying to hang around a bunch of criminals, are you really a civilian? No, you're not a civilian. You're hanging around criminals. Even though if you're not committing the crime, you still know what's going on. You know they're committing crimes. You shouldn't be around it.
Nah, right. So like, I feel like though, right? Again, like so, as a civilian, my job is to do whatever I can to better society, right? Civilization, all right?
Okay.
Right. So, even if I made a mistake by hanging around with gang members and gangbangers, right, and getting caught up, yo, I never got put on. I ain't never got jumped in, right? I ain't part of the set. I'm still a civilian. So my duty at heart is still to do what's better for civilization. So if I get caught up with some, like a body happened, yo, my duty is still to do what's best for what? Society, right? So I gotta tell that, bro. You feel me? Now listen, I feel like all street dudes though should understand that and stop bringing around regular folks. You feel me, bro? Like, listen, if under no circumstances should a regular guy like myself or like Charleston White be in any like proximity to any crime being done. None. You know?
I agree with that part.
Yeah, man.
Definitely, man. If you're a civilian, stay away from the crimes, man. Because then you ain't got to worry about being a snitch or going to jail. If you know damn well you don't want to go to jail and you're scared to go to jail, or maybe not even just scared, you just know that that's not the place for you, you should definitely just stay away from gangsters as much as possible. Stay away from street dudes as much as possible. I'm terrified of jail,
man. That's why, bro, listen, man, I'm super terrified of jail. Like, can you imagine, like, jail? Yo, like, you go to, like, a place, right, where it's filled with, like, the most dangerous, like, just like the, like rejects, right? And you're put in a room for 23 hours a day. How do you operate? Right, so bro, I'm just like, just terrified of jail, right? So for me, bro, like, I do everything I can, bro, to live a, like, straight and narrow life, man, to come here and go home, man, you feel me?
I hear you, definitely, man.
Yeah, man. I want no issues with jail.
So, I also seen one of the headlines you made. You had some disagreements with Wack 100.
Yes.
What all happened with that?
All right. So first off, man, I love Wack 100, right? I think Wack voice is needed, right? Now,
I like what Wack does too, man.
Yeah, right? So now, like me and like Wack issues, I guess not really like issues, right? But Wack blocked me on Clubhouse like before I even like started working here, right? Now I think
before you started working here,
yeah, right.
How'd that happen?
So I think he blocked me because like he heard I was like uploading like the Clubhouse clips to like my like YouTube page and profiting off of it. So I guess like that's why he blocked me, right? But hey, right. So the Wack and me like disagreement happened, all right? When Wack and Big U was going through it. Now Wack came on to like air out, in his piece. So like me, like bro, like I'm just like great at bro. Like if something look, like if a conversation or shit don't make sense, I'm gonna ask the question, right? Wack is just like he's like conditioned of like, bro, like I want to speak. I'm about to like spin this fucking room, right? So Wack was expecting to come here on home turf and just speak and unopposed, right? But some of the things like Wack was saying about like being mad at Gilly Kid and Wallow, it didn't make sense to me, right? So I gave him some moderate, respectful pushback. He called me a bitch civilian, man, but hey, man, I love Wack 100, man. So so hopefully Wack can take it, like too wrong,
Well, that's what's up, man. Well, hopefully.
Yeah. Yo, hopefully Flakko ain't looking around looking for like Pirus, right? Hopefully Flakko is safe, man.
I hope you're safe also, man. You definitely got some interesting takes, man.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you,
man,
taking the time, man. This was dope.
Yo, listen, bro. Like, I love your channel, man. I watch some big interviews, man. It's just like a fucking blessing, like just a pleasure, man. Like knowing that I'm about to be a part of Capone's catalog, man. It's gonna be great, man.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, man. Thank you, man.
Yes, for sure.